Martha is 71. She didn't change her medications. She changed one tiny habit. 7 days later, her family couldn't believe the difference. I'm going to show you exactly what she did, and 13 different ways this same mixture can help your body heal itself. Let's begin. Arthur's biggest struggle was something many of you know all too well. It was that deep, grinding pain in his knees every time he tried to stand up in the morning. He felt like his joints were made of rusted metal. This is what we call morning stiffness. When you reach a certain age, your joints lose their natural lubrication. It is like an old gate that hasn't been oiled in years. But here is the science made simple. Cloves contain a powerful compound called eugenol. Think of eugenol as a natural fire extinguisher for inflammation. When you crush the cloves, you release this compound. Now, when you add rosemary oil to it, something magical happens. Rosemary acts as a key that opens up your circulation. It helps the clove oil penetrate deep into the tissue, right where the pain lives. Arthur would take this mixture, warm it slightly, never hot, just warm, and massage it into his knees for 5 minutes before bed. By the third day, he noticed the grinding sensation was fading. By day 7, he was walking down his garden path without clutching the railing. It worked for him because it didn't just mask the pain, it addressed the stiffness at its source. Before we continue, let's agree. These are natural supports, not medical advice. Consult your doctor if you're on medication. Also, because these oils are potent, always dilute them with a carrier oil and patch test first to ensure your skin stays safe and comfortable. But while Arthur was fixing his knees, his wife Linda noticed something else. Linda always had cold feet. Even in the middle of summer, she had to wear thick wool socks to bed. This is a common sign of poor circulation and those bulging varicose veins that many of us try to hide. Your blood vessels can become like old garden hoses that have been left in the sun. They get stiff and lose their flow. Rosemary contains carnosic acid, which is like a tonic for your veins. When Linda started massaging this clove and rosemary mixture into her calves and the soles of her feet, she felt a gentle warmth within 30 minutes. It wasn't just a surface heat, it was her own blood finally reaching her toes again. If you struggle with heavy, tired legs or feet that feel like ice, this is your solution. Massage from your ankles upward toward your knees. This helps the blood move back toward your heart. It's a simple ritual that makes a world of difference. Now, as good as this feels for your legs, wait until you hear what it does for that electric stinging pain in your toes. I am talking about nerve pain, or what doctors call neuropathy. It feels like tiny needles poking you, or a burning sensation that never goes away. Many people over 65 describe it as walking on hot coals. Here is why our mixture is a game changer for this. The eugenol in cloves acts as a gentle, natural anesthetic. It numbs the overactive nerves just enough to provide relief without making your feet feel dead. When combined with the circulation boost from rosemary, it helps wake up the nerves that have been starved of oxygen. About 150 people in a small community group tried a similar topical application, and nearly all of them reported that the stinging sensation decreased enough for them to finally get a full night's sleep. You don't need a lot. Just a few drops massaged gently into the area where the tingling is loudest. It is a soft, calming way to tell your nervous system to relax. Speaking of relaxing, have you noticed that your mind feels a bit cloudy lately? Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you're there, or you find yourself searching for simple words. We call this brain fog, and it can be incredibly frustrating. Believe it or not, you don't even have to rub the mixture on your skin to help with this. The secret is in the scent. There was a study where people inhaled the aroma of rosemary for 6 weeks, and their memory recall improved significantly. Rosemary contains compounds that can actually cross the blood-brain barrier when you breathe them in. It helps increase a chemical in your brain that is responsible for memory and focus. I like to keep a small jar of crushed cloves and rosemary oil on my nightstand. Just taking a few deep breaths of this brain shield in the morning is like turning on a light bulb in a dark room. It clears the cobwebs and helps you stay sharp. But a quick warning, more is not always better. Stick to a low dose, just the scent or a tiny bit on your temples. High doses can actually make you feel too alert and restless. Now let's talk about something a bit more personal. It's that stubborn toenail fungus that seems impossible to get rid of. It turns the nail yellow and thick, and it can be quite embarrassing. Most store-bought creams take months to work, if they work at all. But cloves are one of nature's strongest antifungal agents. Fungus hates cloves. When you mix crushed cloves with rosemary oil, you create an environment where fungus simply cannot survive. If you apply this mixture to the affected nail every night, you're attacking the fungus at its root. Rosemary helps the clove oil soak into the hard nail bed. It takes patience. You have to wait for the new, healthy nail to grow out, but it is a safe, natural way to reclaim the health of your feet. This is a great trick to use after your evening shower. While we are talking about your feet and legs, have you ever felt that sudden, agonizing cramp in the middle of the night? We call it a Charlie horse. It's a sharp pain that makes you jump out of bed, trying to stretch your calf muscle while you're still half asleep. These cramps often happen because the muscle isn't getting enough minerals or blood flow. Using our mixture as a preventative measure is key. If you rub your calves with the clove and rosemary oil before you tuck yourself in, you are pre-soothing the muscles. The rosemary keeps the blood moving while you sleep, and the cloves help prevent the muscle fibers from spasming. It's like giving your legs a safety net for the night, but it's not just your legs that get tense. Many of us carry a lot of stress in our lower back and shoulders. Maybe it's from sitting too long or just the general wear and tear of life. This muscle tension can lead to a dull ache that follows you all day. This is where the warming effect of the mixture really shines. When you apply it to your lower back, it acts like a liquid heating pad. It penetrates through the skin to relax the tight muscles underneath. By the way, if you don't have a high-quality organic rosemary oil at home, I've included a link to a trusted brand in the description below. It's the one I personally use because you want to make sure you're putting the best ingredients on your skin. Using a low-quality oil is like putting cheap gas in a vintage car. You won't get the results you deserve. Now, let's move to something that bothers many women and even some men as they get older: thinning hair. You might notice more hair in the brush or that your scalp is becoming more visible. It can make you feel less like yourself. But here is some good news. Rosemary oil has been studied alongside common hair growth chemicals, and in many cases, it performed just as well without the harsh side effects. It works by stimulating the hair follicles and increasing blood flow to the scalp. Martha, another lady in our community, started adding 2 drops of rosemary and a bit of clove extract to her scalp massage once a week. She didn't grow a whole new head of hair overnight, but within 3 months, her hair felt thicker and her scalp felt healthier. The cloves help keep the scalp clean and free of the tiny inflammations that can stunt hair growth. It's a gentle, natural way to support your hair's vitality. And what about those days when you just feel off digestively? Maybe you feel bloated after a meal, or you have trapped gas that makes you uncomfortable. This is a very common issue as our digestion slows down. Instead of reaching for a pill, try a very gentle stomach massage. Use a tiny bit of the clove and rosemary mixture and rub it in a clockwise circle over your abdomen. The warmth and the compounds in the cloves help relax the smooth muscles of your gut. It's a very old remedy that still works today. It helps move things along and relieves that tight feeling in your belly. It's simple, it's effective, and it's much gentler on your system. As we move into the colder months, we also have to think about our lungs and our immune system. A seasonal cough or a heavy chest can take a long time to clear when you're over 60. The aroma of cloves and rosemary is very powerful for opening up the airways. If you feel a bit congested, try putting a few drops of the oil in a bowl of warm water and breathing in the steam. It's like a breath of fresh air for your lungs. The cloves act as an expectorant, helping you clear out anything that shouldn't be there, while the rosemary helps soothe the irritation in your throat. It's a natural guard for your respiratory system that has been used for generations. We also can't forget about our skin. Have you noticed those small brown spots on your hands or face, often called age spots? Or maybe your skin just feels very dry and easily irritated. The antioxidants in cloves are incredibly high. In fact, they are some of the highest in the natural world. These antioxidants help protect your skin cells from damage. When mixed with the soothing properties of rosemary, it can help even out your skin tone over time. It's not a magic eraser that works in one day, but with consistent use, you'll notice your skin looks brighter and feels more resilient. Just remember to always dilute the oil in a carrier like olive oil or coconut oil, as your skin can be more sensitive as you age. Sometimes, the biggest problem isn't a specific pain, but just a general lack of energy. You wake up feeling tired, and by 2 p.m, you're ready for a nap. This daytime fatigue can make life feel like a chore. The refreshing scent of rosemary is known as a natural energizer. It stimulates the senses and can help lower cortisol levels, which is the hormone associated with stress and fatigue. I find that just dabbing a tiny bit of the mixture on my pulse points, like my wrists, gives me a gentle lift when I need it most. It's not a jittery energy like coffee. It's a calm, focused alertness that helps you get through your day with a smile. Now we come to the secret regarding your oral health. As we age and our gums recede, we often turn to harsh mouthwashes, but cloves have always been a dentist's secret weapon thanks to EUGENOL, which gives them their distinctive scent. It is the ideal solution for soothing sensitive gums and fighting harmful bacteria. Simply apply a tiny, diluted drop to your toothbrush or gently massage your gums without swallowing. You will notice a difference in your gum health and enjoy fresh, clean breath. You now have 13 ways to transform your life using just 2 simple ingredients. Since you've made it this far, I want to thank you. I also highly recommend checking out the video appearing on the screen right now.